Yeah, so the big thing today is talking about being an INTP, and actually just talking about personality. So when I talked about dating, and it was like, oh, dating is difficult, dating is this, dating is that. It's my personal experience, right? It's not like, oh, it relates to everybody, you know, it's just me, like what my experience is like. And part of the reason I can attribute my experiences in part, you know, obviously, you know, being female, being American, being black, whatever, but honestly, personality. So I'm a big subscriber to Myers-Briggs personality type, and I am an INTP. So Myers-Briggs does 4 categories, and it's like introvert, extrovert, what is it, sensing, like very sensory related people, or people who are intuition based, people who are feelers, you know, more emotions first, and people who are thinkers for thought first and then emotion second, and then people who are judgers, kind of like very structure oriented, and people who are perceivers, which is kind of like a little bit more fuzzy in the way that they get their information, right? So I'm an INTP, which is precisely, like exactly the opposite of what is like the ideal female type, which is extroverted, you know, very sensory, very, you know, rooted in that way, not theoretical, like a feeler, someone who's, you know, emotional and very organized and structured. I am the exact, like 100% opposite personality type of the like typical, like the popular like female personality type. Yeah, I'm like the exact opposite. So it's a bit of a problem. I think people are a little bit confused, like when they meet me. Guys are a little bit confused when they meet me and they start to get to know me. They're just like, "What is this? I've never seen this before. It's a unicorn. It's a bird. You know, like what?" So, I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter. I'm a grown-up, right? You know, it is what it is. So, but I think that's why I've had a lot of those problems. But on just general personality, I mean, no one's just their personality, right? I mean, personality is not destiny, any more than biology is destiny. You know, it's just one part of who we are. And so I'm not going to just define myself solely by that or say, you know, this is the reason for every outcome in my life. But it is interesting, and I feel like it gives a little bit of a clue inside. Because INTPs are, you know, have different titles, like, oh, nutty professor, or the engineer, the architect, you know, kind of the man behind the curtain in The Wizard of Oz. This kind of, you know, like mastermind that isn't necessarily as tuned into like emotions as, you know, other personality types would be. And then there's also, of course, like what's your temperament, right? If you're familiar with temperaments, there's like 4 temperaments supposedly, which are choleric, phlegmatic, sanguine, and melancholy. So those are, you know, historically been used for like a really long time, and that's supposed to tell you something about who you are and how you are. So on top of that, I have like a choleric, phlegmatic personality. So cholerics are kind of like go, 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 you know, and then phlegmatics are like, yo, chill. So I'm kind of hurry up and chill. So that's a lot going on too. I know it's a little bit confusing for people. So, you know, it is what it is. At this point, I'm over 30 years old. I'm used to me. You know, other people just need to get used to me. That's all I can say about it. But yeah, I'm not the nerdy girl who dresses up. You know, these girls rather that like dress up like, I'm a nerdy girl, I like nerds, you know, and have this like super perfectly planned out outfit. It's so ridiculous. No, I'm a nerdy girl who dresses up like a normal girl. That's what I do. I'm like, can I look like other people and maybe like pretend to be like everyone else, you know? That's what I try. I'm not doing a good job. The scarf is like clearly not serving the function, nor is this hair. But like I said, you know, everyone else just needs to get with it. But anyway, so that is just the topic. That's what I want to talk about. That's all. That's what I wanted to talk about, is just personality. And I'd love to hear from other INTPs, people with similar personality, because there's not that many of us. And yeah, just what your thoughts are on personality, if you think it's accurate, personality types, especially Myers-Briggs, if you think it's accurate or not. And or what other ways have you kind of found to describe your uniqueness or your commonness? And so just a pet topic of mine. INTPs for the win. Woo! We're like a minority's minority. We're a minority's minority, and like women INTPs are like unicorns, you know, ships passing in the night. They don't exist really, right? So they're figments of our imagination. But yeah. So comment. I forgot to say, so Annie, you requested a video of me going to Dr. Fish, and I did that already like 2 years ago, so I wanted to show you. So I'm gonna play that next in the playlist. So watch the playlist and you can see me laughing my head off like a 5-year-old kid getting tickled at Dr. Fish in Myeongdong. Okay, subscribe, ask questions, see you tomorrow.